the valley of the shadows, land of the scorpion. Stung by the darkness, swimming in all the poison. I need some angel music, so damn hot down here. I need some angel music, so to wash away the fear. Come with some angel music, so damn hot down here. I need some angel music, so to wash away the fear. Holy, unseen, I plead, show me some mercy. Grandma, come on down here and sing your prayer with me. Cause I can shine like a raven if I get a little bit of sun. A little bit of light, just a little bit of sun. I can shine like a raven if I get a little bit of sun. With a little bit of light, I can shine like a raven. I can shine like a raven. I can shine like a raven. In the land of the shadows, the valley of the scorpion. Stung by the darkness, swimming in out the poison. I need some angel music. I need some angel music. I want some angel music. The song to wash away the fear. Holy, unseen, I play. Show me some mercy. Grandpa, come on down here and sing your prayer with me. Cause I can shine like a raven with a little bit of sun, a little bit of light, just a little bit of sun. Black feather glisten, just a little bit of light, a little bit of sun. I can shine like a raven, shine like a raven. Black feather glisten. Pull me up from the Snake River. I want to be one. Pull me up from the Snake River. I want to know freedom.
Well, guys, sorry I was running late. Hey, Dave, man, how you doing?
What's going on, Roger? Why?
Work. I was supposed to be out by 3, but we were so busy, I had to stay till like 4:15.
Yeah, it happens, man. Every is it real hot where you are right now?
Mm-hmm.
Is it
Summer's
real
in
hot
full
out?
blast, dude.
Yeah. Today was a blaster. Like it was crazy hot here today. So everywhere I went, uh, like all the drive through, going past places and looking at drive-throughs, or I had to go to the store, I had to go to the post office. Like every place was just bombed with people. So I think it's just, the heat and people just want to get in, get out. Everybody seems to be in a rush. It's real hot up here. It's in the mid 90s.
Yeah, I get you, man. Dr. Bash just said the issues. There isn't really any issues.
We got issues.
Other people are going to have issues by the time we're done with this. But I'm going to call ALE here in a second. I got like 6 minutes before I think they close. So, you ready, D-Man? You want to listen in on this?
I'm ready.
I got them on speed dial. Let's see if anybody answers.
Hello, you have reached Antarctic Logistics and Expedition. Please listen closely as our prompts have changed. For purchasing, please press 1 for Jake. For sales, please press 2 for Melanie, 3 for Stephanie, and 4 for Mary. For marketing, please press.
Well, I'm going to go with 1.
Yeah, Sarah. Sarah said it's real hot where she is too.
Yeah, I bet you she is hot. Yeah. No, I'm not talking about this Sarah. This Sarah I would call it. Sorry, Sarah. I didn't mean to offend you. But she probably thinks she's hot. I hope. I think I'm hot. I'm honest, you know. Gotta have a self-esteem problem.
1, 0, 3 is unavailable.
Nope, they're closed.
After the tone.
There's no way she closed that early. It's only 4, 5 o'clock there now at the latest.
Is there a time differential between from where
Nope,
we are?
not at all. It's the same time. I got a hold of Peter last time. Oh, look, it's Jalen. Let's see if he wants to say something. Hey, Jalen, how's it going, sir?
How's it going, man?
Is that Richard Simmons in your icon there, standing next to the blue marble?
Yep, that's Mr. Blue Marble himself.
Richard Simmons.
It's not Richard. It's Robert, I think. It's Robert, right?
I just
Richard-
call him Mr. Blue Marble.
You don't know him by name?
Mr. Marvel.
I think it is Simmons something, right?
Yeah, it's Robert Simmons. Yeah, I get him confused because Richard Simmons was so prominent in the '80s when I was growing up.
Yeah, Richard Simmons is I'm familiar with that name too. Who's that guy?
He's a fitness guru.
Exercise guy.
Oh, okay.
Deal a meal. Deal a meal.
Mm-hmm. And my grandmother loved him. That's why I say he's a fitness guru for old.
He was on TV for like 40 years.
Oh, yeah.
Every day.
I think that was a little before my time.
He looks like Mr. Goodbody, dude, doesn't he?
Yeah, exactly. He does look like Slim Goodbody without the suit on. And a little more feminine.
A little more? Come on. Come on, girls.
Come on, girls. Lift those legs.
Get those thighs working, honey.
I gotta look up some videos of this guy. I'm about to look it up.
He was on TV in the 70s. He was real big in the 80s. And I think he started the kind of people. Well, in the 90s, he was on some radio stuff. And something happened in the 2000s. I think he got sick with something.
Dr.
He
Bass.
does sound pretty sus. The first thing is Party Off the Pounds. That's the name of it.
Yeah.
You're getting it. Mm-hmm.
He had a thing on playing cards called Deal a Meal. And it was like
Count your calories.
Pick the cards and put them on. Yeah, exactly. But it was like you had to pick the cards to figure out how carbs and protein and what it was called Deal a Meal.
Yeah.
Made him billions of dollars.
If you ever wanted to be made fun of in school, just bring something with Richard Simmons' picture on it. And
leotards.
I just watched about 30 seconds, and this is quite something. He's like, okay, ladies, 1, 2. Oh my gosh, it's so cringe.
Yeah.
And he's dancing with a bunch of women too, which I mean, honestly, I guess that's pretty cool for him, but it's like
I don't think he's interested in women, dude.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm gonna try them again, see if I can get through to somebody. Just one more time, guys. You ready? Because he picked up at 7:30 the last time I called him.
Hello, you have reached Antarctic Logistics and Expedition. Please
They put your number on the list, Roger.
For purchasing, please press 1 for Jake. For sales, please press 2 for Melanie, 3 for Stephanie, and 4 for Mary.
Let's try another number.
Please press 5.
Yeah. We're trying 2 now. See if we get through. Hey, 4 Jacks, how you doing? Brian Roy. Oop, it's ringing. That's a good sign. Come on. Hey, Truth Warrior, how you doing? Oh, come on.
Hello, this is Melanie. You've reached my voicemail. Please leave me a detailed message and I'll get back to you. Thank you.
Oh,
Please
man.
leave a message after the tone.
I'm not going to leave them a message. I want to talk to them. I talked to Peter.
Melanie,
Yeah.
the plane took off without me. I'm stuck here. Help.
Yeah, I'm in Punta Serenas. I need to catch my next flight in. Yeah, you done flubbed your dub, man. Wesley, I don't think I'm going to be using the ALE, dude. They told me that they want to charge me almost 3 times what anybody else because of who I'm associated with.
Yeah.
Now that's bias, dude. That's
Yep.
prejudice.
Well, they only want certain people to go down there. Why do you think? How do you think? What's his name? God, that was why they never
Duffy.
called you in the first place. They didn't want you down there because of who you were.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, Duffy didn't want me because I'm associated with Flatsoid and Nathan.
Yeah. They probably had their own people picked, and they wanted to make it look like, oh no, these are the people we're going to pick. When in reality, they had them picked the entire time, probably.
Mm-hmm. It was all a show, dude. It really was. I'm trying to
Yeah.
snack on something right quick because I haven't had nothing to eat all day long, and I've just worked 6 hours straight. So.
Oh man, yeah, the heat's abysmal up here. It's like mid-90s, and it's really sweaty out.
Well, dude, I'm working 4 ovens and a heater for the roast
Oh
beef.
my god, dude, it's horrible.
We had flies all over the place. Yeah. Hey, Sandra. Well, I'm gonna have to track ALE tomorrow. Sorry. I will be. I'll get off early enough. I'll make sure I get to the phone right away. And what I'll probably do if I don't get there get out before 4, I'll actually call them when I get off work and record it as I go, and I'll play it back for everybody. I think I got the option on my phone. I can actually record the phone call while I'm making a phone call. I should be able to. Can you do that with your phone, D-Man?
I don't even have a phone.
Oh man,
I have a phablet. It's like the size is it's bigger than a phone, but it's not as big as a tablet. I can turn it into a phone, but I'm just not a phone person. I had a phone in my hand or on the side of my head 24 hours a day because I was on call for 15 straight years. So after that job was done and I didn't have to have a phone with me anymore, I never wanted to see a phone again.
it's a good thing, I guess. Yeah, because I mean, from what I understand, the radiation this phone puts off kind of cooks your cells and causes them to do.
Well,
yeah.
Time will tell on that one. Time will tell.
I haven't got any tumors
yet. Yeah, thank God. I had one of those Motorola clamshell work phones.
Yeah.
They're almost indestructible. I ran it over with the car. I threw it in the water. I whipped it against walls. I lost it multiple times. That phone couldn't kill it. Sat in the snowbank for 2 days and came back and pulled it out. The guy
still working.
Yeah, the guy hit it with the snowblower and it got shot out the chute of the snowblower. He went over and opened it up and it was my phone. He called me on it. Said, "Hey, I got your phone. It shot out of the chute of the snowblower going down the sidewalk."
You know what that says to me? They don't build things like they used to.
No. And you could remove the battery from that thing too. You could take the battery out of it, and it was waterproof. The inside part of it.
Yeah.
So I dropped it in seawater and it still worked. That's impressive.
That is impressive. I had one of those Nextel push to talk things, dude. I parked the car on it. It still worked.
That was the best thing ever. That was better than texting because you can just push the button and it would go blick, 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 and you'd be like, "Hey, jerk off, what are you doing?" My boss hated it because he would be like, "Why you always use that thing?" I said, "Because it's easy and it takes 2 seconds. I don't have to stop and take both hands and put them on this tiny little keyboard that I almost couldn't push the buttons. That's how small it was." And I'm like, it's way easier just to push the button and give you a blip. So to let you know that I, get a hold of me when you can. I just think he didn't want to talk to anybody.
Man, I miss it actually. But when I got it, I was working for Sprint, Nextel, and Northern Telecom, and doing installations.
Yeah.
So I'm on the site, dude. And when you're on a telephone site, putting a switch in, doing an install, it's a good thing to have. You can push talk, get to all your employees and everybody you work with.
Yep.
It was easy.
Yeah, it was one of the best things ever. Motorola phones were really good back then, and they started coming out with those Nokia candy bar phones where the screen flipped. You could
Yeah.
slide the screen up, and yeah, I had one of those all the way up until the thing literally just stopped working. I couldn't even use the keyboard anymore. that's how
They're
that's how long I had it.
I've dropped in. I've had two Nokias like that. You can drop them, throw them around, kick them, play hockey with it. Yeah,
Yeah, old
it still
Java
works.
phones, no internet. I couldn't do any internet, anything on it. You could
Nope.
text. It had a push to
That's it.
talk, and it was a cell phone, and that's as far as those things ever should have went.
Yeah. Oh,
Making them the internet was kind of a
well,
not a
the
great
one I
idea.
got now, I mean, it does everything. What happened with Sprint when I was working for them? They gave me a deal. They just gave me free phones, and they gave me an i7 Plus. It's almost the size of a tablet. It's huge.
I had an
And
iPod. I had a 4G iPod for the. I still have it, but the battery only. If I fully charge it, the battery only lasts like 15 minutes and it's dead again. So it needs a battery replacement. I bet you money that thing, I could still probably get it to connect. I don't think any apps would work though.
huh,
One
yeah,
of the best things that somebody gave it to me for my birthday. My girlfriend gave it to me. My ex girlfriend gave it to me a long time ago.
nice
And
gift.
yeah, hell of a nice gift. But I was like,
I
Jesus, I use
want to
that thing. I
I'm
still
going to
got it.
ask Wesley a question. Wesley, that he knows who I am. He knows who Will Duffy is. He knows everything about the history of what happened with uh, TFE too. This guy actually is part of the documentary crew that work. He's part owner of the company. So yeah, they're going to be prejudiced. So
Yeah,
there's
of
two other
course they are.
companies I can go through. He did say literally say this. It wasn't made up. This is a fact. He said, and there's another thing that one of the flat earthers on the journey down there accosted one of the employees. I wonder who that was.
Yeah, I'll take a wild guess.
Mm-hmm.
You
The one
know,
that's he likes to send his pictures to people.
yeah,
Yeah, the head cake eater, as we call him.
yeah.
I was going to answer. How do you get a hypotenuse if you don't have the height of the object you're getting your triangle to?
I have no clue.
No, you won't. There's no measurement, so you don't get any distances. So any measurement, if you don't have the location, the physical location of what you're measuring it to, it's null and void. That was kind of my point to the stream. You know how you saw my thumbnail, right?
Yeah,
They're claiming that flat Earth measurements won't work in celestial navigation. Well, the thing is, that's why I like Mikey so much because he actually gets close to where the star is, closer than anybody I've seen do any observations. I can get a more not a fixed idea, but a better idea of how high the stars are, and that's what we need to do to get an exact measurement if you want to actually do some real mapping. I'm pretty sure that's how they did it originally. Anyways, that's what I wanted to cover on today, but and I wanted to call ALE. But right now, since I'm running behind so much, and I didn't know that it was going to happen, I got my grandkids this week. My daughter, she's in California. Her and the boyfriend took off and went to Cali, and they're going to be there all week. So me and the grandma got to watch the kids.
oh, nice.
So I got to be over there within like an hour or so. I got to watch them. She's taking a break. She's been there for the last 48 hours. I've
Oh,
been off and on in there watching her, helping them, feeding and taking care of the kids. It's a chore.
yeah.
You don't have grandkids, do you, D man?
No, I don't have grandkids. I help raise nieces. My two nieces. My brother and his wife worked, and his wife just recently died. She died last year, 2024. And my brother's not doing too good. He might not be around too much long, but his helped raise his two kids because they both worked. So yeah, I know what it's like to be around the kids and take them stuff and pick them up from things and do all the feed them and So I kind of had kids, but not my kids.
Oh, hey Wesley, if you want to know, I'll give you the link to the GoFundMe. He's asking how much I've got raised so far. You can look at it. It's on my in the description. You can actually click on the site there. You don't have to get money numbers from me. You can get it straight from the horse's mouth. You can see how much money I have in GoFundMe now. I think it's almost $5,000. It's pretty close. If you want to make it $5,000, I wouldn't stop you. It from what I'm going to get to do when I get down, and the money doesn't cost. You were there, D man, when I called the first airline, right?
Yep.
They were saying around $3,000 I can get a flight back and forth from Punta Arenas from where I'm at now. That's not that much, and it's not much further to Antarctica than it is from Punta Arenas. What's going to cost me is all the fees I got to pay to go to Antarctica.
Yeah.
So, D man, what'd you stick in the back here?
How planes avoid the firmament in Antarctica. Somebody noticed that the planes fly lower in the south than they do more towards the middle, towards the North Pole. They fly much higher.
Yeah, that makes sense, actually.
Pretty
It's a bit
interesting.
too far. I see that.
Yeah, it's there's a difference of about 18,000 feet height difference. That the average airliner runs about 28 to 30,000 feet, and the further south they go, the lower they go.
Yeah, I wonder why. It's weird.
Yeah, 8 to 10,000 feet is the ceiling.
And the other claim, they claim that it's parallel light from the stars, just like they say the sun's a parallel light.
I threw that in there just for you, so that way if you wanted to watch it when
yeah, we can watch it. No, I'm not really going to be able to cover my topic because of my time shortage. I'm going to actually go into how they actually think the starlight's parallel. Do you know any light source that puts off parallel light anywhere, D-Man?
I don't.
No, I don't think anybody does.
I mean, the sun gives out light, 360, but it's got a crazy hot spot. From it. Did you see the video of them following the sun? With the plane going from... I did.
Yeah,
from Saab's show, that was a great video I ran into where the plane is literally following the sun. And it does not change height. It's going at the same height all the time, like Harmon said, like I agreed. The sun it's always turning to the right.
Do you get a chance to see the observation they made with the these guys? They're Enoch cosmologists. They took a flight down there to watch the 24-hour sun, supposedly from a flight, the one from Australia. And I know Jalen probably saw it. Didn't you see that, Jalen?
Yeah.
They did not get a 24-hour view of the sun whatsoever. And as they flew away from it, it actually started to go away and down. I think it was like maybe a little over 12 hours or 14 hours that it started to declinate in the flight. But I mean, you can only keep the plane up there so long. It takes a lot to keep a plane up 24 hours in like one spot, But they did document the whole thing. They took photographs of the sun and they got its declination. They were actually using compasses and stuff. Unlike some people don't know how to use compasses.
And then at one point they're filming what looks like two suns, but they're saying it's a reflection or something like that. Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Biblical cosmology declares a dome. It says it plain as day. Yeah, I subscribe to such.
And this is a good one too. I found this one this morning. That's what they literally put on television during the spacewalks.
Oh,
it is the cheesiest.
Yeah, thing. I seen that one. That one is
my God, it's so bad.
Yeah, it's pretty awful. I think the European space agencies, especially, are usually pretty suspect. They don't have the budget like NASA because some of the stuff they put out is just hilarious.
Well, it goes to show you, it really does. It shows you really the level of deception. Even back then, you got to remember how people didn't know anything about this stuff. So there was no consensus to it. There was no one to say, hey, that doesn't look right. Everybody just saw it on their crappy low resolution glass screen, glary black and white TV, and it looked realistic. You know what I mean? To them at that time.
You did hear about the girl who saw the soda can, the Coke can roll across the in Australia?
Yeah.
So he's sticking Issa up here. Oh, look at there. Woo.
CGI.
They got some type of teleportation technology at the European Space Agency.
Yeah.
Oh, just let's just
a live stream,
teleport in. Yeah, let's just teleport in. Casual.
That's not pre-recorded at all or anything.
No, definitely not edited or any type of CGI. They're just teleporting objects in.
Hey, they got magic, man. I'm telling you.
There's a couple times of teleportation. I gotta find the other one. It's hilarious. The camera just cuts in and he's sitting there and like he's invisible, right? And he just like phases in and then he's like, "Hey guys, what's up?" And he literally like just teleports into the ice. That's the funniest thing. I gotta see if I can find it.
I think I've seen all.
Oh,
of those.
here it is. Here it is. I got it. That's so funny.
Have you ever seen? Was it a Flat Earth and Coffee?
Yeah, I think so.
He did a killer one last time. It was pretty nice. It was what was it? They're showing other objects moving with the motion of the cabin. For the most part, he's picking out objects, and they're showing how it more than likely is a parabolic dive. You know.
Yeah, I mean they're doing an up down and up down and up down.
You're getting the motion from it.
Yeah, it's the vomit comet.
Translated into small things that are tethered to the
wall.
Well,
it's weird because even in the vomit comet stuff, their hair doesn't end up doing the crazy hairspray stuff that NASA does. Yeah, I'll put another thing on here really quick. This actually like ties directly to it, but yeah, that's the difference right there. You see NASA with the crazy like basically hairspray, and then everybody else who actually does it, like their hair's not doing madness like they're proclaiming it to.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, the longer you stay up there, the static forces that you make your hair stand up on it. I guess I don't know.
Right.
I don't get it, man.
Okay, here's one more. Because I think it's funny. I like these clips of the other agencies as well, because obviously it's a global thing, and a lot of globers have an issue with that. They're like, how do they all lie? So I've showed you the European Space Agency, right, with the lady with the thing. When she says, "Let me enlist the help of a friend," and she pulls out the thing out there. I showed you the one with NASA where the guy just phases in. Now we got this guy in China, and he's doing the same thing. So they're all teleporting. Every country in the ISS, they all have teleportation powers, clearly, obviously, because they're showing you on camera.
You wouldn't get that in a live stream at all. That'd be pre-recorded.
Yeah.
That's really the claim, is that they're faking it in the pre-recording.
Yeah. Well, obviously they're not actually teleporting. I say that as like, I'm being facetious here a little bit, but that's what it looks like.
Let's see what. Let's do the. He's got avoiding the firmament. Let's do that one first. Take a look at it. It's a bit shoot one too.
Yeah, that's it. How planes avoid the firmament? Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, they fly at lower altitude in the southern hemisphere.
Let's
I
check.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Love ads.
Here's the thing. Life is
Skip them.
They always do like two in a row.
This is the Solar Bright floodlight, and it's America's best home security LED light on the market right now.
Solar
This is actually the
Floodlight.
Made by
fourth one I
6
bought. I'm about to
militaries.
put it
This
up inside
product
my
is banned in
fence.
10
Not only is this
countries.
a powerful motion
The
sensor
U.S.
bright
government
light,
doesn't want
but
you to
it's
see this
solar
ad.
powered, which means no
That's like all
electricity.
these ads. I love them.
If there were a firmament that was getting lower to the ground as you went south beyond the Antarctic shoreline, planes would have to fly lower. That is something that would just make sense on the biblical Earth model. And when you look into what actually happens in Antarctica, you find out that, wait a minute, planes do actually fly lower. How much lower? Well, a lot lower. When you look at their elevation, it's around 11,000.
The 8,000. What do you say? 8,800 meters, as opposed to what?
Yeah, eight. Well, 29,000 feet. But when you pull it down into meters,
Yeah.
It's anywhere between 8,000 and 10,000 when they get down the further south. It starts to come down. The ceiling starts dropping.
He got his head in his way here, but the feet are 3,000 feet here. That's almost half the height. Yeah. That's incredible. And this is a short little video.
If there was nothing there, you wouldn't have to worry about it. You know what I mean?
Nope. There's a roof.
That's a good way to put it.
How will we develop a pressure gradient, sir? Please tell me.
Yeah, it's perfectly sealed too.
Yeah.
There's no leakage.
Yeah, no leakage at all, huh?
Yeah.
And we're in a completely closed system.
Yep. I don't like saying the dome. Like I don't say it anymore, because nobody knows if it just that if there's some ceiling up, But if it just keeps going out, we don't know. I mean, I know that there's more land in a certain direction. So in a certain direction from where we are, there's more land, obviously, and there's no sun there, and there's no moon there. The moon and sun are far away, so there's just nothing there. It's frozen solid. That's what I think. But I mean, I don't even like saying the dome anymore, because maybe the dome on the side that's close to the circle that we're in is where that ceiling appears, where it's got something there. I mean, I don't know. We
Could be
can
right.
only speculate.
Well, if you look at the Vedic cosmology, they have a series of like chasms in their cosmology, like arced.
Yeah, the area that we're in, where the sun and moon are spinning, are always going to follow that magnetic center, always. And me and you have talked about the the moon map many times, and I think that's something. Some people don't like to, some people say it's crap, but
Yeah, I've
it's
heard
got
both
something
sides.
to it. Why would you make it? Why, if there was nothing past this area that we're in, then why would you have to make a barrier to stop you from going past it? If there wasn't something that they wouldn't want you to see. So,
Good point.
yeah.
Well, let's play the rest of this little thing. It's worth it. He goes into some detail.
Feet in the Antarctic region. When you go to the Arctic, it should be exactly the same, because they say we live on a globe and the south and the north are exactly the same. However, they're flying at 29,000 feet, far higher, because they don't have to worry about a barrier. And it's not some barrier we're making up. There is footage of this barrier. We've shared it before. There are declassified documents that speak of it. The Encyclopedia Britannica talks about a dome-like structure being around 13,000 feet beyond the 80th south parallel. I used to think there could be another explanation for that. However, there might be some truth to those numbers, given that they're flying that low in Antarctica. What do you guys think? Let us know. I think this is fascinating.
I agree with him.
Explains the parabolic curve.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Imagine if you're trying to get out of something and it scared the hell out of you and you couldn't get out of it. You would try everything you possibly could to get out of it, wouldn't you? Kind of claustrophobic is the way I look at it.
Yeah.
I get that a lot from a lot of them. Even like we did this to Sean Hawkins. We were trying to explain to him how pressure can develop and stuff. And so he started doing like a series of shows trying to debunk it left and right. But late at night, he'd be sitting up there. Well, he's trying to explain why the air pressure in his house was the same as it was down on the beach and how it would vary between here and there. And he's just going off, going crazy.
Yeah, it's craziness.
Because they don't want a dome, do they? Or any kind of structure around them.
No, they think it's, well, I mean, I think it's a fantasy. I think some people just grasp onto it because it's a fantasy of theirs, and they think that yeah, you got a point there. It could be some kind of claustrophobic thing. That maybe there's some kind of claustrophobia that gets them, why they can't realize that they're in something that's closed, and you're not leaving it. You're only leaving your body. That's all you're leaving.
I just came up with a good one. Icy Spins tell me if I saw a 24-hour sun, would I change my mind? I can't change my mind. I only have one. So.
Oh, I said it again. I've said it a trillion times. I'll say it till I see otherwise. The sun can't spin over your head in Antarctica and then come up where I am on the other side of a globe. It's just not going to happen at all. So it's an impossibility. How do you get the sun spinning just over your head and low enough in the horizon that it never goes down? So it's only spinning over you in that small little area, but the sun shows up on the opposite side of the ball in a shaded area that's too far away to produce light that I could see. And still, I saw the sun come up every day while they were there. So it's not possible. Put it on a flat map. The sun has to go around on the outside, for that time of the year it has to be spinning the furthest away from me. Well, if it only went over to your head and then decided to just do 360s over your head on the flat map, well, I'm 3/4 of the way across the map. I shouldn't see anything. I shouldn't see the sun. I shouldn't see the moon. I shouldn't see anything if it was only over your head. Wherever the sun goes, the moon goes. So, and the pole isn't magically going to change just to where you're standing. Wherever that pole is, that's where the sun is going to spin. It's going to spin around that center the entire time for as long as we're alive till your last breath. And that's the way it's always been.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I don't know the exact height and the angle that you'd actually see the sun at from its height from where you are in your longitude and latitude. That has a lot to do with whether you saw it during that season or not. The further or closer it is to the center.
Yeah, exactly. But when the sun is down there, and say the sun is furthest down, and now the sun is directly over your head, and you're in Antarctica, that means I'm in the winter where I am, because it's the furthest away from where I am. So it's just spinning over your head, going around in a circle, is going to be way too far away for it to light anything near me, which means that entire time they were there, seeing the sun spin over their head, I should have been in total darkness 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, as long as they were there. What is it, 4 days or whatever they was. That entire time, I never should have saw the sun. And I saw the sun every day do the same thing I've always seen it do for the entire 52 years of my life. So, doesn't work.
I guess. Yeah.
It's not going to magically be in 2 places at once or be in 10 places at once. Because I talked to another person who was a guy, I know this guy, Dan, who's in Russia, and he saw the sun. And he's actually higher if you wrap it around the globe, he's actually closer to the North Pole than I even am. And he saw the sun every day. So it's horseshit.
Yeah,
it's some kind of trickery of some sort.
Yeah. What I'm looking at here in the chat is everybody's telling me I'm not going or am going. I'm trying to go, people. You haven't noticed. I have a GoFundMe. I haven't touched any of it. I'm saving up money to make the trip. So, and what they're afraid of is that, like they're gatekeeping down there. From what I can tell you, ALE is not actually like open arms. Like come prove anything you want to, make any observations. Matter of fact, the guy actually didn't want me to go below the 80th parallel. So I asked him, "Hey, Peter, I'm really trying to get below the 80th parallel for 24 hours to make this observation." He's like, I don't think you need to go any further. He knows everything the sun does down there, is what he told me, and he's helped. He's responsible. He's responsible for one of the documentaries where they did the what do you call it? The eclipse? Yeah, that's it. They have a documentary on the eclipse in Antarctica, and he's responsible for it. He doesn't want to jeopardize. I think he's in with Anthony Powell. You ever heard of him?
No.
Anthony Powell's one of the first people to make these documentaries about the 24-hour sun in Antarctica, and we've been pulling them apart since he's been releasing them. There's like anomalies in each video, like they've been doctored. So he wants to be a filmmaker, is what it is, and this is going to be his claim to fame as a 24-hour time lapse footage from Antarctica. And he got in touch with Duffy. He's in deep with them too. So he's the guy that did their moon documentary. Yeah, but they should just let me free to go do what I need to do while I'm down there if they're not hiding anything. But it's really kind of suspect. You know what I'm saying? Why couldn't you just like, hey, go ahead? You know, do a 24-hour stream. We're going to give you no problems. I'll do anything you want me to, and I'll charge you the same that I did anybody else. You're going to make money off of it. Obviously, he's making money off these documentaries, or trying to.
Yeah, of course, probably. Yeah, I mean, you know, they're only going to kick out what they want to kick out to who they want to kick out for, the reasons they want to kick it out. You know, like I said, that's why I think that they had those guys pre selected. They just tried to make it look like, you know, you could go too. You know, that's all they were trying to do.
Well, Duffy promised to take me too. And he said he'd put my GoFundMe on his TFE webpage, but he didn't. I guess he just forgot about me.
He sure did. No, he was like, "What's your number?" And then 5 seconds later, he was like, "Okay, yeah, I got it." He didn't write shit down. He wasn't going to call you. You know,
And
you knew who
the
you
girl
were
that he
way
did
ahead of
take,
time.
she didn't have a 2 years worth of that was his criteria: 2 years of a YouTube channel and over 200 subscribers in order for you to qualify for his trip. So, but Elizabeth didn't have that neither.
No. Well, they just took her down there because she's got a set of knockers.
Yeah,
That's all. They just put her in the front so she could look good, be the eye candy, the piece of
well, you
jewelry.
you watched the Golden Ticket. That was a Scooby Doo episode, dude. And
Yeah.
Velma won it.
He was
Yay!
she was supposed to replace Patricia Stern on Mark Sargent's channel, and she magically, after one show, got in a car accident, just magically, and never went
It was
back on there
magic.
again. You know, so it's bullshit, and nobody was gonna believe it.
Nobody's buying the shit, dude.
Yeah, nobody's buying that crap. All you got to
And now
do is go on. All you got to do is go on Social Blade and look at all those guys' pages. They've all choked.
Oh, it's becoming more cartoon-like every time. You saw what Duffy's doing now with his what is it? The final debate.
Ooh, it's a fight. We can't debate anymore after this final debate. Yeah, the
Well,
lady was.
It's just sad because the way he put it is like, you guys only care about flat Earth, so let me give you an opportunity for flat Earth to care about something else.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
And then he was like, make me spend my money, flat Earthers. Like, why don't you just donate? Like, why do you need us to play? He's like, I don't know. He's forcing us to participate. And if we don't pull up, he's like, well, you guys only care about flat Earth. You don't care about charity. That's why you didn't show up. So he's just gaslighting and just, yeah, it's awful.
my
I think
original GoFundMe is if I don't do this, it's all going to the hurricane relief from last year.
Yeah, good. But North Carolina.
Yeah,
Us.
North Carolina. I got
Nice.
family there. That
Yeah,
does
I
that
got
crap.
cousins that live down there. Arden.
Nice.
I think it's gonna. I think the whole final debate thing is gonna be like Kiss's final tour. You know, where Kiss says, "Oh, this is gonna be the going away tour," and then Kiss has 7 more tours. You know, after it.
Yep.
You know,
Well,
he's just gonna milk this thing for all he can get before they send him to prison, or
oh yeah.
falls off
Well,
a roof or something.
You should have been there when he first. Were you watching the first when he was like, "This is the final experiment," but then there's like 30 other experiments, and
And none of them are an experiment, which is
No.
hilarious.
and Nathan put it this way: "It's like the Lone Rangers."
Yeah. It's going to be like the Rolling Stones going away tour, you know?
It's never going to
Be
end.
like, this is the last tour. It's never going to happen again. And then next year, Rolling Stones are on tour. For final going away tour.
I gather that Duffy owes like $2 million.
I'm sure when he doesn't produce, you know, whoever the hell has got strings tied to his arms and legs and is puppeting him around, you know, he'll fall off a cliff or, you know, something will happen to him. That's what happens to a lot of the people that, you know, don't produce. I mean, that's what it seems to me. Just my opinion.
Hey, Mark C, I'm gonna warn you. Jim has a wrench, son. You keep pushing him. See what he does.
I put that plane one up too with the follow in the sun. That's one of the best videos I've ever seen of that ever. That plane must be a hella fast plane.
Yeah,
It's got to be to follow the sun like that.
I have ideas of how high the sun actually is, but I can't like just verify them for myself. I would be a fool to, you know.
Well, it's you know, like I said, I was not arguing with Harmon about the sun not doing what it's doing. We all know what it's doing. You know, it's at the same height. I mean, of course, you know, the height changes optically when you're looking at it, depending on the season or its distance from you. You know, so there's an optical trick to it when you see it with your eyes, but it's doing something different than what you're seeing with your eyes. And I think that's what the boundary that a lot of people just can't seem to get over. They think that if I see it with my eyes, this is exactly what it's doing. And yes, your eyes ain't lying to you. It's what it's doing optically is not what it's doing physically. It's doing something totally different physically than what you see with your eyeballs. And
I'm
I think
pretty sure.
that's one of the boundaries that a lot of those Globers can't get. They can't. I watched the thing with Alan and Shane on Globebusters, and within 10 minutes, huh?
One of the last three.
Yeah, the last
Bobcats.
one, this last one they did, I think yesterday or the day before, yesterday, I think. And holy shit, Alan and Shane are just incredible.
They're good with the numbers, man, but
They're
they're punching
incredible.
right through what they claim as observations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're picking the they're picking the optic. They're pulling the optic apart
Mhm.
and literally mapping the optics of how your eye is seeing it. So they're saying this is what it's doing, but this is what it's doing optically in your eye. That's why it does this. That's why it does that. That's why it does this. It's amazing to sit and look at and watch those two interact back and forth and show you diagrams to understand how you're seeing it, what it's doing in your view, how it's, I mean, just fucking unreal.
Yeah, I
It's
get
so
you.
over the top that I don't know how any of those guys could crap on anything those two say. I don't get it. They're doing more in a week than any of those guys have done in probably 3 years.
Well, there's been a kickback against that. Like when this argument picked up steam in I think 2012, like Bob, the science guy, actually went and did proactively. Said that don't listen to people that tell you that your eyes see that way. He literally put out videos like
Yeah.
that. Like,
Yeah.
why
Well,
would you actually proactively do that?
I used to tell my friend, I tell him, listen, just go online and find out how your eyes work. Find out the limitation of your eye, how far you can see, how far before you can't focus anymore, how you see things when they're coming at you or going away from you. And you know what my friend said to me? Oh, I already know that. Well, then why are you arguing with me about it? Then you would understand what I'm trying to tell you. He's not looking up anything. He just thinks it's just I'm an idiot, and I'm just there for his entertainment to sit and badger me on a person who's never been on a plane, never taken a trip, never been up in a balloon, never been in a helicopter, never gone anywhere. But he's going to argue with me on what a plane does, what a balloon does, what a hot air balloon does, what a helicopter does.
How flight works?
Yeah, how flight works. I mean, I mean, seriously, he wants to argue with me, but I think he's like the majority of other people. They're not looking for an answer. They're looking to just make themselves feel better, make themselves feel better about themselves by shitting all over somebody. That's basically all a lot of those people want to do.
Yeah,
They're not looking for answers.
I think the other ones are just comfortable what they were taught as a kid and don't want to
Yeah.
look at anything in an adult reference frame.
That person I'm talking about is one of the people where if I mentioned any of the stuff that we talk about normally through your show or Sob's show or whatever, he doesn't know one bit about any of it. He can't. I could corner him so bad that he gets so frustrated because he has no answers. But if I said one thing about Star Wars, he could tell me every detail about every Star Wars movie you could ever find. If I asked him about those Lord of the Rings movies, he could tell me every detail and every part of every point of every minute of that movie without seeing it. It's like you spent all this time to go and watch this stupid fictional crap, but when it comes to real life or really what you see or really trying to pick things apart to prove yourself wrong, he's spending zero time. That's why I was like, I told him, well, don't ever talk to me about this stuff again then. I don't want to hear another word about it. I said, because if you won't even take a minute to go, even 5 minutes to even just go and find out how your eyeballs work so you can have a starting point to understand, then don't bother talking about it at all. Like, I don't want to hear it because he's just looking for an argument. That's all. He wants to make it feel like he's important and he's smarter than you, even though he's never done a friggin' thing.
Hey, you want to watch that other video you pulled up right quick?
Sure, throw it up. But that airplane one is great. It's one of the best videos ever.
I got to get to the ads.
No, I'm worried that Amber's
It shoots horrible.
Feeling unsafe your home isn't
Are you
protected?
feeling unsafe in your home?
Illuminate the night with Solar Bright floodlights. The wireless motion sensor light. The latest breakthrough in affordable home
That'll
security.
stop a criminal. Yeah.
Illuminate
That's
dark pockets in your yard, driveway,
lights,
or
run
patio
away.
with
Oh, you out here in my barrel, man?
Is this the right one? Is this the right video?
I didn't put that up.
Oh, I thought you did. I'll go back and see if I can open it up again. I thought I did. That was probably the one that came on after that. I thought it was the right one. Oh, yeah. Still, that was worth the commercials, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, one's called Old Pool Walk. That's the space one that they showed on TV, and then
Yeah,
the
that
other
was
one's called the last one's called Chasing the Sun.
Oh, nice. So I got to go to the second video you got in there.
Yeah, the second one is the fake shit that they threw on TV. It was just absolutely horrific.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Oh my god, the spacewalk one is just comical.
Oh yeah.
That's the stuff that
That's
they
pretty
get.
good.
That's the stuff they push to your parents. Imagine that.
Uh-huh. See, I got one that says old pool walk, how
Yeah.
planes avoid deferment in this
Old pool walk is the one that they showed on TV of the first spacewalk. It's an absolute joke.
That's what I'll get up here.
God almighty.
Yeah, people, it's really a drama. You really boil all this space stuff now. After they found out they couldn't get very high, or they can only go so high, and it's not as fantastical as they thought it was going to be. And they got to make it TV worthy, right? You know. I got the Whirlies. Check that shit out. All right, here we go.
Radio command link.
Yeah.
Accurate.
See the wires though.
Actually, it's a link along that tether line you see there, 25 feet of umbilical cord. That contains the life support system and communications link from the spacecraft life support system out through that chest pack.
That was it.
That was total garbage.
Yeah.
That's what they pushed off as, look at this man's flying in space.
I wanted to take a look at Mr. Cheswick. He did a video with the final debate. He got a look at it. I thought I had saved it to my downloads, but I don't see it over there. So I'm going to go to Mr. Cheswick's site and see if I can find it.
Okay.
But McToon deleted his comments. He called it before he deleted it. They're trying to get him roped into the final debate too.
Ooh, yeah. Huh?
Ooh, the final debate.
It's the final debate. There's no more debating after this final one.
Yeah, people are going to debate, dude, no matter what it is. Just get used to it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm sorry, Roger. This is the final debate. He said it. That's it. We can't do it anymore after this. He's that's that.
Duffy's king. I'm telling you. He didn't save it in his post. It's not on his homepage neither. I think he deleted it. Cheswick does that with most of his videos.
I wouldn't even put a post about that shit even at all. Just the more people that go to that crap, the more screwed up people are gonna get.
I did post it in my stream, on my channel, so I can go there and get it. Hold on. I have a set of posts in my channel somewhere. It allows me such.
There's a lot of people in this world that are paid to steer and redirect, and I got a feeling it's one of them. And he's one of those people that they can use. But when was the last time you ever saw an honest preacher? So
it's been a while, dude.
Yeah,
I grew up in it, really, literally.
I never, I was raised Catholic.
Yeah.
And going to the Catholic Church was just, the big thing that happened when I was going to church when I was a kid was there was a lot of kid touching that was going on in Boston, a lot of it. And there was a lot of that going on.
I didn't know Justin was on. It didn't alert me neither. Let's see. I may have got an alert, but I've been busy up till now. Yeah, it gave me an alert. Get to my post.
Did you check out Saab's show, the last one?
I got to see some of it. I was busy at PJ's.
Yeah, it was a pretty good one.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was a pretty good show.
The one with the Jews and the pallet really surprised me. That was a crazy one. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
With the deer, they were burning a deer, and the dude's in the back of the woods. So, what in the world?
Yeah.
Nothing surprised me when it comes to that stuff, dude.
Yeah, there was a point in there where I said, "Oh, that deer fell on the sticks, and it lit itself on fire, committed suicide."
I get that a lot. The deer, they just go around like I can't take it anymore.
If I walked in my fucking backyard and that's what I, excuse me for swearing, but if that's what I saw in my fucking backyard, I'll tell you now, those mofos would have been scurrying around.
Is that like a common thing? Like, did Jews actually sacrifice animals? Like, I'm trying to figure out why they were.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, it's drilled into everything
They do lots of effed up stuff that just effed up. Did you see what happened yesterday with the 5 Al Jazeera 5 of their reporters got blown up?
They did
this morning.
Wow.
Yeah, the
Okay,
IDF dropped a bomb in front of a hospital entrance. They killed
this is what I get with Mr. Cheswick's post. He took it down as public, so I'm not going to be able to show it.
Yeah,
I posted it twice. Yeah,
killed 5 Al Jazeera reporters in front of a hospital.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, great.
They had far to go, did they? Huh.
Well, yeah, I guess that's a good point. I mean, better to get injured at the hospital.
Yeah, well, the hospital got bombed too, so you're not going anywhere.
Was it next door to the mortuary?
Yeah, it's just right next to where they were distributing the food.
Oh, I remember that.
Just conveniently. Yeah. Like, wow.
So Mr. Cheswick deleted the video because McToon likes to hit him with copyright strikes whenever he uses any of his stuff.
Yeah, they all do that.
I remember when I first got off FED and I started watching Mr. Cheswick, he went back and forth with McToon over a song. I think McToon stole the clip of McToon saying something and added it to one of Cheswick's songs, and he got mad about it, so he copyright strike.
Yeah, that's their little, that's their weapon they use. They just,
get the lawyers out, hurry.
Yeah.
We'll sue you.
It's their weapon they use. They abuse any system they can to keep that going.
Did you ever hear that Rage Against Machine parody that Weird Al did?
Yeah.
He did. I'm going to sue. I'm going to sue you. I know people like that, dude. They're sue happy. If they can figure out some way to sue you, they will.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I worked in retail for quite a while when I was real young, and we caught a guy who he fell in the store, and nobody could figure out how the hell he fell. We watched the video like 10 times, and I'm like, he must have something in his leg. And the cops went and checked him. And you know what he had? He had a little rubber hose. He had a piece of like surgical tubing running down the back of his sock, came out of his sock, and went down behind his ankle. And he could put his hand in his pocket, squeeze a little bag, and squeeze out liquid detergent onto the floor.
That's worse, dude.
Yeah.
Slippery hell. Yeah.
And that's what he did. So he squeezed out liquid detergent so he could fall in the store and then say that was on the floor. He didn't put it there. But what happened was when the cops came, I said, something's shady about this. Because this is like the third time I've seen this guy in like 3 days. And, he walked in and looked at but he didn't buy anything. He walked in and it was a pain in the ass because I had to watch him. Because I'm like, he's going to steal something. Yeah, he's casing it. So I'm like, all right, he's either going to steal something or something's going to happen. And boom, he comes in one night. He steps forward. He's looking at sandwiches in this like pre-made sandwich rack thing, and he steps backwards and falls, and says, "I'm going to sue." And they pulled his pant leg up, and he had a piece of surgical tubing running down the back of his leg through his sock, with a bag in his with one of those little squeezy pumps, where you want to like pump water, filled with liquid detergent. And that's what he squeezed out so that he could slip and fall. And he really fell too. He whacked his head and everything. Like
he put his work. He put his body.
He put work into it, yeah. And as soon as they lifted his pant leg up, they were like, "Yeah, no, you're not doing anything." So
no, you more likely to get sued for trying to do something like that or go to jail. One of the two.
Oh yeah, and he's probably gone to different places. There's people that'll do stuff like that to just slip and fall. I mean, everybody remembers the lady with the coffee cup. They hand her a hot coffee. She grabs it with her hand. Then she spills it on her leg and says, "I didn't know the coffee was that hot." It's a hot coffee, dummy. So you know what she did? She got millions, of course, because she played stupid, and then they forced McDonald's to put a thing on the side of the cup that says "Caution Hot." It's hot coffee. It says it right in it.
She's only 3.5 years old. She don't know how to weed. Yeah.
Well, she knew how to read. She knew what was going to happen. That's why she did it.
Yeah.
You know,
She
she
wanted
did
to
it because she
get
saw an
paid.
opportunity. That's all. Well, it doesn't say that it's hot on the cup.
Oh, yeah.
You know, people are scumbags like that. They'll any opportunity they can get to get something over on somebody, they'll do it.
I'm not trying to get rich in this life, man. Myself, because I see a lot more problems in that. Yeah. There's a lot more rich people that are aware of this stuff, man.
Most people that win the lottery are either broke or dead within 10 years.
Or doing testimony like, this is what I did with all my lottery money, and it's gone now.
Almost all of them. It's like a 90 percentage. They're dead within 10 years or they're broke within 10 years.
Well, they're making a mockery out of what the lottery was intended to be to start with. You know what they actually made the lottery for to begin with?
Tax.
No. Originally, this is how they got it through. I think the state legislation is for lotteries was that school teachers actually were low paid and they couldn't afford housing. So the lottery was actually meant to go to them originally, and like you win a prize out of it. You won some of it, but the bulk of the money would go to school teachers.
Pensions.
Income.
Yeah, and it's legal gambling, and who ain't saying that isn't rife with fraud? You know what I mean? Like they're using electronic machines to randomly do bullshit. They are. They could easily give you. You know, you could easily tell you the number, and you can't go and just make the ticket up and say, "Hey, I won." You know, I mean, that's rife with fraud. It's not like that's completely randomized either.
Well, now it's mostly electronic. If you notice,
but you know, electronic to what point? I mean, is there not somebody there that you would trust to say, "Oh no, this is totally legit"? I mean, of course they could steal those numbers and get people to win it or not win it.
Yeah, you're a good hacker. You could get into it easy.
I mean, people said that there couldn't be voter fraud in this country, and look at what has happened in the last 10 years. You know, 12 years when you think about it. You know, and look at what has happened in just a short period of time.
When there's big money, there's going to be that. And I mean, like even with pro sports, I noticed that like when I dug into the topic, like a lot of the owners actually like to fix the games, the big games especially.
Sure, horse racing was fixed, dog racing was
that
fixed.
shit rigged as hell, bro.
Oh,
for sure.
Are you kidding me? They could electrically shock them. They could give them diuretics and make them run slower. They could do all kinds of crap. They could manipulate anything, man-made, human, electronic. Doesn't make a difference. Even natural stuff, you know. I mean, the one guy was talking about patterns the other day. You know, a patent, and they have a patent to transmit voices in your head and through radiation and do all kinds of shit. They could do all kinds of crap to us if they wanted to do it. You know, they can make you sick or make you mental or give you a stroke if they wanted to do it and snap a finger. They wanted to do it.
Technology is a wonderful thing, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you know, hey, some people took those vaxes and they put them under a microscope. It's got electronics in it. It's got little microelectronic stuff that self-assembles. It's not a joke anymore. People would have laughed at you if you said this 5 or 6 or 8 years ago. They would have been like, "Yeah, okay." You know, now it's not laughable.
Nope. Well, just give them an inch, they'll take a mile, dude. If they can turn it on the populace, they will. Huh?
Yeah, you heard the guy from Plantier saying, and occasionally we'll kill somebody.
Yeah. Nope. I'm going to get off here in the next 6 minutes because I got to go watch the kids. But
man.
JJ's streaming right now, so I'll put the link in the chat. If you guys want to go there, I'll stick it in the back.
I might go check it out.
Yeah, sure.
JJ's a good guy, and he's plugging it at TFE right now like he normally does, I think.
Yeah, TFE was a hoax.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Justin Johnson.
He was counting on Austin to do something, but he didn't, man. one disappointment after the other. I don't trust Whitsitt or Jaron in the beginning.
No. I'll never watch him again.
Spent 2 years watching them just stumble all over themselves and just watching people like predicting what they're going to do next than they are. So
him and Jaron were brought in on Globebusters. That was their big break. It was Bob Nodell brought him in, and like I said, if he was alive, he'd be really pissed. I don't think he'd have anything good to say.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Bob would be
shame.
disappointed. Yeah, but Bob had his own flaws too. He wasn't perfect.
I mean, nobody's perfect. You know, that show was kind of, I got to give them credit. That show kind of opened my eyes. So,
a lot of people went to Globebusters when they first came out, man. Like, what are they talking about? And they would get some information. They'd learn something about it, especially about flight and compasses, how things are done,
Yeah.
All right. Well,
go do your thing, Roger.
Anything else you want to say before we're done?
I'm good to go, man. The sun's going down. It's starting to cool off a little bit, so
nice.
That's a plus.
Looks like Space Audits is doing another one. I'll stick the link in the chat. They're doing it one at 6 p.m. here. Looks like. I'll share it with everybody.
Yeah, check it out.
It's going to be the same, probably more of the same stuff they have been doing.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it, and I listened to the majority of it, probably about halfway, and I had to run, so I was like, all right, I'll just listen to the other half. But, I mean, it was, they had Cammy on there, and I forget the other guy that's normally on with them on Space Busters, blonde head guy.
Yeah. And Jim's sitting there making jokes. He's got JJ and me in separate phones, and he's going deaf in one cheek. Yeah. I should play one of Jim's before I leave out. I haven't played one of Jim's in a minute, so Jim's is getting more colorful. You watch some of his later observations. He's done latest.
Yeah,
he's added some color and flair into it. YouTube. It's a video sharing company.
How long do you think YouTube? How long do you think it'll be before YouTube completely kills off anything FE? You think there's going to be a boundary that they're going to start to set where it's going to be next to impossible for you to come out with any content whatsoever without them putting some kind of thing
when
on
it first came out, man, they were ripe with it though. There was a lot of flat Earth content when they first it
used to be real easy, dude. I mean, it is everywhere. When you looked at flat Earth, you actually got like flat earthers popping up. You know what I mean? Like you didn't just get Bill Nye or DeGrasse Tyson or some other retard.
You see that ship going over the horizon?
Yeah,
that's just a curve.
I want to get
now if you search flat Earth, you can't. I mean, you could probably go to the third, fourth page. You probably won't even see a single flat Earth video.
Oh, certain channels you could type the whole name and leave one letter out, and it still doesn't auto show up. That's how bad it is.
Well, this is fitting. Jim's got one with the Southern Cross in it. We'll put that up.
But if I type in MC space T, it shows up immediately. The auto pop-up shows up immediately. I've done it with a bunch of different names, and they all show up. But if I try to type in Saab's channel or Roger's channel,
I was having an issue finding Saab's channel. I was watching him on Rumble for like 2 days. I couldn't even find his channel. I sent him a donation. He didn't even see it, but it's fine. It is what it is.
Because they completely kill off when you autocomplete just doesn't work on those channels. And they did it that way so that it doesn't show up, so it makes it hard for you to find it. You'll just say, "Oh, hell with it."
Yeah, I just was watching on Rumble. I was like, all right, well, at least I got that. But he's not reading the chat or anything. There's no link to join, but I was watching.
All right, we'll play this, and I'll keep the volume. We keep talking.
All right, right.
This is we'll play it.
Have a good one, man.
I'll play out with a song before I get out. That's tradition. Mr. Anus. Can you make out the Southern Cross? He's got them labeled now. Look at there. Nice. I never hide my streams, Big Pine. Now, if they pull them, that's something else. Just to let you know, Big Pine, I'm going to have to try to make a phone call to ALE tomorrow. I had to get out a little earlier than I did today.
Yeah, have a good one. Have a good one, Pine.
All right. Yeah, here, D-Man.
Yeah, I'm going to go eat.
Go eat.
Talk to you later. Good to see everybody.
Good seeing you too, man. That was beautiful, Jim. Appreciate it. Well, I'm going to say goodnight to everybody. Jalen, you still here with me? No, he's gone. Nope. I'm by myself. I'm going to play out with a payday in Monsanto and go watch the grandkids for a bit. And I will make another phone call tomorrow, and hopefully I'll get it before they close. Would make sense. I didn't think they would close by like 4 or 5 at least. Hey, Paul, how you doing, man? Jim has a wrench. Yes, he does. Let's see. Well, good night, guys. Or good evening, as it is for me. This is The Reason is the name of the song. I think I like it somewhat.
That mammalian cells in tissue cultures can be and are damaged by fluoride, and some even killed when their contact with sodium fluoride is in the concentration of 1 part in 30 million.
can go from adorable to horrible, downright deplorable. Snap your president's neck right at the inaugural. Them fucking with me is unaffordable. I stick them in the portable potty and ship them off the portable. They send you entertainers meant to prevent the anger. My righteous indignation may just turn them into stranglers. My curriculum coordinate your thinking order. I'm the reason why they have to fluoridate the drinking water. I'm the reason they set up a forced medication plan. I'm the reason FEMA's building more concentration camps. I'm the reason elitists are meeting up in secrecy, developing a virus to assault your sense of decency. I'm the reason they've been paying people in the blogosphere to poison the well and muddy the water so it's not as clear. You're the direct result of a gimmick and a profiteer, beholden to a puppeteer. Homie, get the fuck out of here. 'Tis the season. Someone freedom. Now you'll see them. I'm the reason.
That was quick. Just for that, I'll do another one. I thought I was going to play the whole thing. I think this is one. That's not Payday. Sorry, guys. Let's try this guy.
What's the reason? 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 Reason for the treason? What's the reason? What's the reason for the treason?
You must be out your motherfucking mind to assume your puppet masters ain't planning mad disaster and doom. The very moment you pop out of your mom's womb, you're a sovereign king ready to blossom and bloom. However, things change for the absolute worst when you're issued a live certificate of birth, and that number is given to you before you're dribbling. That's when you become a United States citizen. Slavery has been abolished. I know that you heard the news with the 14th Amendment's voluntary servitude. Once you register your child, you make a major alteration. You are now employed by United States Corporation. The Constitution thereby becomes a fiction. You can't mention it in any statutory jurisdiction. They hoodwink masses of people something awful. Just cause something's legal doesn't mean that it is lawful. It's time for me to change from being what I am. Through the years I feel the need like any other man. But what will I become? What am I to find?
What's the reason for the treason? You wanna die?
I see no reason. Maybe I'm
What's the reason for the treason?
I see no reason.
What's the reason?
No rhyme.
What's the reason?
I see no reason.
What's the reason?
I see no reason to waste my precious time.
What's the reason for the treason? You wanna die?
Best believe I believe in the life I'm leading. I'm a freedom fighter, I'm a fight for freedom. I'm the type that'll put a knife to the windpipe of a tyrant, leaving bleeding. Yeah, and I see no reason to keep accepting acts of treason to keep on eating the food they feeding, to keep believing the shit they preaching. Why? Because it's always lies, and when they caught, they don't even apologize. So when they open up their mouths, I tend to tune them out. I don't even pay attention when I see them speaking. Yeah, we gotta be the change, rearrange the system and let freedom reign. From sea to sea, friend, it's a brand new season. No more living like a slave, I don't see no reason.